Aquarius. This is the first time I'm doing the past, present, and contemplation spread on this particular channel. So if you're curious as to the card placements for each spread, just go ahead and click on the description box below, and it talks about the card placements and also mentions both decks being used because there are two decks in this spread. We have the Fool in the inverse, we have the Hierophant in the inverse, and we have Strength. Oof. Ace of Cups, Four of Cups, Magician in the inverse, Three of Wands in the inverse, Knight of Wands in the inverse, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, Aquarius. So you're entering a new phase in your life, but you've completed a lot of things. You've been a lot of places. You've seen a lot of things. You've learned a lot of lessons in your lifetime. So you're entering this new phase of your life not with naivety, but with knowledge and understanding. You have really learned the importance of what can I say? You've learned it's a feeling and I'm trying to put it into words. You've learned the importance of really taking the time to make decisions so your haste doesn't leave you with an empty cup. You know, you don't want to jump into things and ask questions later. You really want to examine your choices before you decide to make a choice. And you might even pass a few things up because they look too good to be true. And this is a lesson that you've really learned, is just how to really evaluate the choices ahead of you in order for you to feel good about them, in order for you to find that emotional understanding and security in order to move forward. So that's the past lesson that you've learned that's really affecting you right now. And in the process of doing so, you're actually evaluating, I want to say, like the status quo. So if this is a vocational thing, you're actually looking at the institution in which you work for or the environment in which you work in, and you're actually questioning leadership and what it is they're doing and how they're processing things. Not necessarily to challenge them. It might be to challenge them in the future, but for right now, it's just the understanding of what they do and why they do things. You're not really pressing the issue and you're not really challenging anybody as of yet, but you're really evaluating the situation to see if you can make changes in the future. So moving into the contemplation, you're starting to come into your own right now. You're really starting to feel very confident in what it is that you do, and you feel like you can make some real waves in the institution that you work at. It kind of feels to me like you might challenge the institution to be better than it was before. Not necessarily that you'll challenge your boss, or not necessarily that you'll challenge the system, that you'll take it and say, well, this is good, but can't we do better? However, it seems like you don't have the knowledge or resources or know-how to make that change yet. Right now, because this is in your contemplation, right now it's just a spark, it's just an idea, and you need to gather more information as you're moving forward to get there. Yeah, see, you're still gaining confidence in this. But you are starting to let go of old ideas. And you're also starting to let go of self in this. This isn't about you or putting the spotlight on you. This is actually about raising a group of people up with you. And I think, was it the last reading or the reading before that? I thought we were talking about you really making plans in order to help the group environment. Last time it felt like a lot of personal relationships, but right now it feels very vocational or very institutionalized. There's something very traditional about this particular group that you're trying to raise up. There's something organized about it. Yeah, see, there's a lot of responsibility, and not everybody in the group is carrying their weight, but that's not what's concerning you. What's concerning you is the output of product. Aquarius, this feels like a very vocational read to me, or it might even be like a nonprofit or even like a church or something that's reaching out into the community. This is something that requires a lot of helping hands, and it has you in a leadership position. And as you're moving forward, you're seeing a lot of good that's being done, but it kind of feels like you're starting to have the ideas of how we can do this better. And you're actually taking the time to really meticulously look over the process before you start to suggest how to make things better, because you don't want to discredit anybody who's already put a lot of work into something, and you don't want to step on anybody's toes. You recognize that this is a team effort and a team project, and it takes a group to move it forward. This is a really, I honestly feel like this is a continuation of your last read, Aquarius, because your last one was about elevating a group. This one is about elevating an organization. So perhaps you've elevated your team, and now your team needs to get a bigger group in order to move upward. Aquarius, this is about leadership. This is about growth. This is about stability, and it feels like you really have the confidence to do it. And now you're just gathering the information to see if you can do it better. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I will see you next time.